Like I said, it was in the Chinese restaurant. Gorgeous girl comes in. I mean, like almost comparable to that one. Not Goo Goo Doll, but the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's, you know, like giving her order, and she's sounding a little flaky. But then all of a sudden, this big guy, I mean huge, really overweight, with all this weird curly freaking hair, unshaved, looked not too clean, but he was tall. And she was with him. And it was like, and he puts his arm on her, he's you know, showing that this is his babe. You know, he's making the
where is this? Where?
At the Chinese takeout. Right, so he's, you know, making the order, and he's coming off like he's trying to be a little bit like, you know, like he's talking a little tough to the other guy, like, what is it, like 10 minutes, right? You know, and the guy, the kid working there, he's like, no, I mean 5 minutes. He goes, no, more like 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm like, this guy, one punch in that soft gut, and he's going down. And it's amazing. And he's got this girl believing, God knows what. You know, so I'm saying that that's the kind of thing. So, I mean, it's about tall, and pretty much you could be, you know, in my situation, and that was the point, that I would get back to the back, like, I'm not 6 foot. I'm having this problem. I mean, they don't care. Women prefer tall amongst, as far as a physical attribute, above everything else. What your face looks like, anything.
Well, maybe if you have a lot of money. Does it matter if you have a lot of money? How high you are, how tall you are?
Well, I mean, there is then the whole, yeah, that's like, you have the, you know, factors of, you know, whatever, proportion, you know.
So in other words, the more money you have, the taller you are?
No. The money can make you shorter.
The money can make you shorter. How does the money make you shorter?
The money proportionately makes it okay for you to be short.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, a short guy with a lot of money is the same as a tall guy with no money.
Exactly.
So
I mean,
so the more money you have, in her eyes, the taller you are.
No, she knows you're short, but it doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, beauty. So let me ask you a question. This band that you're in, the one that you're forming, okay?
No. The band is probably deforming, if anything, because like it's already formed, but they're not rehearsing. So that's why I'm thinking I got to go single.
How long have you been in the band? Just give me a round number, like a year, 2 years?
We've been, you know, I mean, basically, if in time, yeah, it's about 2 years, but in actual time, in reality of being with these guys, it's probably about 3 months. I mean, these guys are not doing anything. That's what I'm saying. It's, you know, I think it's better if I go solo. I mean, what's the point? You know, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. I think the incredible, you know, inspiration next to the sea. You know, start doing live performances, and I think the perfect venue would be a Chinese restaurant. I mean, think about it. You get all these people that love Chinese food. They see me.
Now,
you know,
are you gonna take requests?
I'll take.
Like,
yeah.
Choose one song from column A and.
Yeah, you know, that's a good idea. You know, you try to be, you know, wise ass.
Yeah. I am trying to be a wise ass.
But the point is that it works. It will work. Raj, I just don't understand your attitude.
I'm just thinking. This. So you give them a menu of songs that you will sing.
Yeah, a menu with their Chinese menu.
In a Chinese takeout.
It will be, in fact, you know what? That's a great, it will be on the menu. On their menu will be a menu of my songs as well.
Do they get to take the song home?
If they want to buy, you know, like a CD, I could probably do that. I mean, I'll have to have a...
What if you printed the lyrics into fortune cookies?
You see, you know, there you go. And I'm trying to be serious, you know, and I think that it's a great idea. I really, you know, you're a friend. I need your support on this. I need this I need the emotional support.
We need to call up Nikki. We got to get Nikki. We got to get Nikki's opinion on this.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it will be a great venue.
It's a Chinese restaurant.
It's a Chinese restaurant that has the
It's not
potential
even a
of being a
restaurant.
performance.
It's got 4 tables and no one sits in them.
You don't live in this neighborhood. The place is always.
How many tables does it have?
It's got like 4 tables, but there's always
All
people
right.
there.
There's always people there, and they stay there for what purpose? To pick up their food?
No, they sit there and eat. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That it's not just takeout. They have a nice little situation where people just sit there and eat. So that would be perfect. I mean, I will be able to, once again, I think it's really cool. On the menu would also be a menu of my songs, my repertoire.
Where is this place?
Where is it? It's about a block down.
Here's Domino's. There's Pizza Uno.
See?
No, it's right here, isn't it? No, it's the other side.
It's right there.
There's your tea room.
And it's right between 92nd and 93rd. I know what you're thinking.
No, I'm
but
thinking
you've got to have the big picture.
I have a big picture, and the big picture doesn't include a Chinese restaurant.
There it is. See?
Oasis?
It's open for success. Open for success, my friend.
Then it's closed for you.
And if it isn't the Chinese restaurant, I already spoke to one of there's a health food place. And just in case, I mean, I figured they always have a backup plan. And once again, and they've got a little more atmosphere, but you know what? Talent doesn't need an atmosphere. All right? Talent makes its own atmosphere.
I still think you should play in the Cupcake House. Your talent screams cupcake. Doesn't scream Chinese. Screams cupcake.
See, but you know what I'm worried about? Then, once again, the young girls. Okay? I don't need more young girls. At least Chinese restaurant is like, you get a lot of too many young girls in the Cupcake House. I mean, I really don't need that. I don't need to be teased anymore by young girls.
I think they're going to tease you no matter what. I think the Cupcake House it's like a cafe. It's like a cafe. People sit and relax and enjoy a cup of coffee, a delicious cupcake or two, several cupcakes, several cups of coffee. They're sitting, they're relaxed. You sit down, you play your music. There's applause. There's adulation. You take a bow. Perfect. Cupcake Emporium. Whereas in a Chinese restaurant, you're sitting on a stool. There's a lot of chopping and sizzling going on in the background. People sit down and they wait for their food. There is no enjoyment. They will not enjoy your music in a Chinese restaurant. They will not be able to savor it.
It's a challenge.
It's not a challenge.
It's a challenge.
It's
Raj,
no.
come on. It's so easy to make anybody listen to music in a cupcake.
A challenge is getting me to believe you. That's a challenge. Playing music in a Chinese restaurant is silliness. Cupcake, I'm all for. I'll back you. I'll back you in the cupcake. I'll back you in a cupcake. I will put you in the Cupcake House. Seriously, honestly, I think the Cupcake House would work better. It's a much more relaxed atmosphere, and I think people are more willing to accept a man who's very strangely playing a guitar in a corner in a cupcake house than a strange man sitting in a booth in a Chinese restaurant playing. Because first of all, while you might make more money in the Chinese restaurant because people think you're homeless, I don't know if that's the impression you want to leave.
Now, first of all, people are not going to think I'm homeless. They're going to think like, hey, look at this great entertainment that we're getting while we're having great Chinese food.
But they will not have great Chinese food at the place. They will have the great Chinese food at home where you will not be.
No, because they will be staying.
They won't be staying. There is not one time I have ever been to a Chinese takeout restaurant where I said to myself, oh, this is a place where I actually want to sit and eat. The tables are just for costume. They don't expect you to eat in a Chinese takeout place. Nobody eats in a Chinese takeout place. It's set dressing. It's like a Hollywood movie. You go in, you order your food, you sit at the table, you read a housing pamphlet. Oh, here are the houses in the neighborhood. Look, a wedding gown, thing. But then when you get your food, you're out. You pay, you say thank you, and you're gone. Domo arigato, give me my food.
No.
I'm
telling you, you have to. Obviously, you do not frequent. You're not around Chinese takeouts enough.
Au contraire, I am
Maybe
around.
Maybe because you're getting home cooked meals.
No, do not get home cooked meals. Don't confuse married life with actually getting home cooked meals. The two are not inseparable. Trust me, they are separate.
No.
Oh, a balloon.